Okay, let's talk about something really serious, a car crash. In that split second, everything changes, and a single choice made in a moment of panic can define the rest of your life. We're going to break down that choice and what it means.
So try to put yourself there for a second. There's the crunch of metal, the shock. Your heart is just pounding. You're scared, you're panicking, and you have to decide what to do next. Let's look at the two very different ways this can go.
All right, first, let's explore the path that leads to some really severe consequences, and that's the choice to just leave.
In that moment, your brain is just flooded with fear and adrenaline. Fight or flight kicks in. All logical thought can just go right out the window, and the only thing you can think of is getting away from the chaos.
And right there, that's it. That's the moment the crime actually happens. It's not the accident itself, believe it or not. It's the choice to drive away. And that one action just changes everything.
So here's what the law says about it. In California, under Vehicle Code 2001B, if you leave the scene of an accident where somebody is hurt or, God forbid, killed, that's not just a ticket. It's a felony, and that's a whole different ballgame.
Now, you might be thinking, why would anyone do that? Well, people panic. They might be afraid of getting a DUI, or maybe they have an old warrant they're worried about. But here's the absolute key. In the eyes of the law, none of those reasons matter. They are not a legal excuse for leaving someone who's been hurt.
So, once that driver makes the wrong choice, a whole world of legal and financial troubles starts heading their way. Let's take a look at what those consequences are.
And they are serious. We're talking about actual state prison time, huge fines, losing your driver's license, and maybe the worst part is getting a permanent felony on your record, which can follow you around for the rest of your life.
So, after an arrest happens, say in Placer, Nevada, or Sierra County, the very first thing you're up against is financial. You're in jail, and suddenly you're hearing this word, bail. And that number can be absolutely staggering. A typical bail for a felony hit and run like this can easily be set at $50,000. I mean, think about that. How many families just have $50,000 in cash sitting around? Not many.
So, what do? How do you get out of jail so you can get back to your job, your family, and start preparing your defense? Well, for most people, the answer is a bail bond.
It's pretty simple, actually. Instead of coming up with a whole 50 grand, your family pays a fee to a bail bond company. That fee is usually 10%, so in this case, $5,000. Then the bond company guarantees the full $50,000 to the court, and you get released. Okay, let's hit the rewind button. Let's go all the way back to that moment right after the crash, because there is another path, the right path, and it's defined by three really clear, simple duties.
This is really the heart of it all. The law only asks you to do three basic things. Number 1, stop. Don't go anywhere. Just face the situation. 2, provide your info, your name, address, that kind of thing. It's about taking responsibility. And 3, help the injured, even if that just means calling 911. It's about being a decent human being. Stop, share, and support. That's all the law asks.
So you see, it all comes down to this one moment, a single decision that completely changes what happens next.
Now, here's a question I hear all the time, and it's based on a huge misunderstanding. People ask, but what if the other guy ran the red light? What if they caused the crash? Does that change anything?
And the answer, legally, is absolutely not. It does not matter one bit who was at fault for the crash. The crime of felony hit and run has nothing to do with causing the accident. The crime is the act of leaving after someone got hurt. Period.
So let's just lay it out, side by side. It's like a fork in the road. One choice leads to a felony charge, arrest, huge fines, and a permanent record. The other choice? You followed the law, you acted responsibly, and you helped keep everyone safe. The two outcomes couldn't be more different.
And that really brings us to the main point. This quote just says it all. The crime is about leaving, not about crashing. At the end of the day, it's about our shared responsibility to each other. So the real question is, in that moment of panic, what choice will you make?